Connecting the dots of the Constitution for you like no one else can. The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's an attorney, a disabled U.S. Army veteran, an author, public speaker, mother, pastor's wife, and a patriot. She's KrisAnne Hall.
Any informant that crosses that lady's path has met its match.
Rise and shine, liberty-loving patriots. Listen, we got a big show today. Big, big show. And I need your full attention this morning. And I need to make sure that we get through this with as much continuity as possible. There's something very, very huge very, very huge that happened in the House of Representatives yesterday. Something bigger than I think we can ever imagine. Something bigger than we will even know until history fully plays itself out. I don't even think the House of Representatives knows exactly what happened. I don't think they understand what they did. But you see, yesterday morning, late morning, early afternoon, the House Judicial Committee had a meeting. It was broadcast on C-SPAN. The House Judicial Committee had a hearing called Presidential Powers. Now, Trey Gowdy is the chairman of this committee, and I have clips for you today. Clips in which you will hear from this panel of experts, I suppose you might call them, put together to instruct the House of Representatives on presidential powers. Now, I say presidential powers very, very hesitantly, because what this really is about is the House powers. Power in the hands of the House of Representatives, and how that relates to presidential powers. You see, what this hearing is really, really about, though the House of Representatives would never admit this, is about limitation of powers. It's about checks and balances. It's about the House's responsibility to keep the executive branch in check. Now, on this panel, you're going to hear from a man named Simon Lazarus, who's on the Constitutional Accountability Center. He is their senior counsel. Now, this guy, I'm just going to give you the sort of characters here in this. This guy is totally an executive administration hack. I mean, to his own shame. If you watch the hearing, to his own shame, he says what he says. There are so many times when you see this man just drop his head and give testimony, because I believe in his conscience he is ashamed of what he's saying. You'll hear from Michael Cannon from the Cato Institute. The clips that I'm going to show you, unfortunately, show Mr. Cannon in a much better light than what he really comes out as on in this hearing. Perhaps history will remember him a little bit more fondly than the live screening of the hearing. He does not interview well. But in these clips, he does a good job. Then you're also going to hear from Jonathan Turley, who is a law professor from the George Washington University. And he is the most squared away guy in the entire hearing. This guy from George Washington University is not only constitutionally informed, but he's also informed on the proper application through the framers' intent. Now, unfortunately, Jonathan Turley has been brainwashed by law schools, so he in himself is still stuck on the relying of the courts to solve these problems, which isn't, you and I know, those of you who listen to my show know, that it's not the court's decision to determine what is the president's duty and what is congressional duty. Let me put it this way. It's not the court's responsibility to determine what is constitutional and what is not. What are the limitations of government? You're also going to hear from Nicholas Rosencrantz from Georgetown University. This man is truly conflicted. Truly conflicted. Because at one moment he's sounding like he knows what he's talking about. The next moment he's calling us a democracy. So this guy, the best I can tell you, what he knows, the limitation of what he knows from the Constitution is based on what he has learned in law school, which cannot be much. Okay? He's kind of going to surprise you. These clips, like I'm telling you, these clips are not necessarily the best display of their testimony as a whole. But these clips are very important for you to understand what is going on in this hearing. Now, I think the most alarming thing about the fact that the House of Representatives is having a hearing to discuss presidential powers, to discuss actually their limitations, their duty in the House of Representatives is very, very disturbing. It's ironic that we have a Congress that will not follow the Constitution, who is trying to figure out how to deal with a president who won't follow the Constitution. And it's really upsetting that Congress has to get together a panel of experts. They have to have a hearing declaring and enumerating the president's willful and blatant violations of the Constitution, and yet they still do nothing. I want you to grasp this, really, because this, I don't know if I'm doing this justice. This is stunning to me that the House of Representatives has to hold a hearing to determine what their job is. A hearing to determine what their job is. How many times have you heard me teach, or on the KrisAnne Hall show here, say to you, we have way too many unqualified people in the House of Representatives. Way too many people who are completely ignorant of what their job description is and what their duties are. And now they have a hearing in the House Judicial Committee that proves that. They've got to pull 4 experts together. Experts. Wow. if that's what you want to call them. 4 experts to instruct them on the very basic of principles, the very basic of their duties. And as a matter of fact, you're going to hear from the Lazarus guy from the Constitutional Accountability Center say the most brilliant and stunning accusation against Congress. See, this is why Mr. Lazarus is really a very morally conflicted man. Because he apparently knows what's going on. But he's been paid off somewhere, somehow. And so, I'm just trying to set the stage for you this morning. Because I have these clips for you. Because you need to hear what happened yesterday. You need to know how clueless your Congress is. Yet, they are so aware that this president is trashing our Constitution, denying his limitations, stealing their power. They are aware of this, at least on a limited capacity. And maybe this is the beginning of them doing something. But you see, as I have mentioned, hearings are worthless if there is no action. We are coming to the realization in the House of Representatives, a realization that you and I have come to a long time ago, that this federal government is broken and out of control. Will they do something? Only you can make that happen. Come back after the break. This is going to be a big...
It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a flying bear. Hi, it's Ann Howard from Freedom 93 FM to talk to you about the newest, coolest restaurant in town, the Flying Bear on Thomasville Road. The Flying Bear takes the American classics you love and gives them a tantalizing twist. They use the freshest ingredients from local vendors to create a mouth-watering cuisine you'll never forget. Go try a unique pizza with Bradley sausage, a grass-fed beef burger, and turkey salad, or their amazing meatloaf. Just look for the big Papa Bear chair and the big pink Mama Bear chair, and when you get to the Flying Bear, tell them Ann Howard sent ya.
When you need electrical services anywhere in the greater Tallahassee area, there's only one name you need to know.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
For 2 generations, there's only been one company that can handle any electrical project, from new construction to industrial to complete remodels, whether commercial or residential.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The reason they've won so many awards is because they've earned your trust with fair, consistent pricing, honesty, integrity, and quality workmanship they stand behind. That's why the best customer service experience you're ever going to have with an electrical company is with
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The good guys. Guess who does the electrical work for so many local restaurants, department stores, retail centers, pharmacies, schools, churches, and too many others to mention?
Let me guess. Lawson & Lawson Electric.
Now you got it.
Check them out online at llelectrical.com. Call 562-4111. That's 562-4111 for Lawson & Lawson Electric. License number EC1-300-2150.
When you need quality residential or commercial fencing at a super affordable price, call Ultimate Fence and Deck. Ultimate Fence and Deck is locally owned, serving the Tallahassee area for over a decade. They specialize in chain link, wood, PVC, aluminum, and wrought iron fences, as well as gates, railings, and fence maintenance. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured and give free estimates. If you can dream it or draw it, they can build it. Call 222-5446, 222-5446, online at ultimatefencing.com. You have a a choice when it comes to repairing your car. Choose Capital City Collision Center on Lake Bradford Road in the shadows of Doak Campbell. Scott Holland has over 20 years of repair experience, and Dan Hendrickson has over 20 years experience as an insurance claim adjuster. You'll love the easy, honest, and hassle-free atmosphere. Plus, all work is warranted for as long as you own the car.
This is Scott Holland
and Dan Hendrickson reminding you to choose Capital City Collision,
because we'll be by your side when you wreck your ride.
Call 575-9202.
Hi, I'm Jay Trumbull, but you can call me the Culligan Man.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Yeah, that'll work too. For over 55 years, my family has been in the water conditioning business, and I'm proud to serve North Florida and South Georgia. From bottled water delivery to top-of-the-line water treatment systems designed to remove contaminants and minerals, Culligan truly is better water, pure and simple. Visit us online at CulliganTallahassee.com or call me at 850-580-0300. 580-0300. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan, and have I got some exciting news for you. Kraft Nissan is now the exclusive lifetime warranty dealer in Tallahassee and Thomasville, so listen up. If you purchase your next vehicle at Kraft Nissan, you're going to receive a lifetime warranty good for unlimited time and unlimited miles. You heard right, unlimited time and unlimited miles, and I mean warranty, no asterisks or fast-talking disclosures. You don't have to come back to Kraft Nissan for maintenance or repairs. You can do it anywhere in the United States or Canada. You do not have to complete any more maintenance than what's in the factory manual. When you purchase your vehicle at Kraft Nissan, everything that is covered by the factory powertrain warranty is covered by your lifetime warranty. We're talking engine, transmission, transaxle, and drivetrain, including intake and exhaust manifolds, fuel and water pumps, timing chain and tensioner, and it doesn't stop there. Kraft Nissan's lifetime warranty is no small coverage, and did I mention this warranty doesn't cost you a dime? You want to hear more? Give us a call at 576-6171, visit us on the web at craftnissan.com, or just stop by. And remember, if you don't see the Kraft tag in your car, you paid too much, way too much, and you did not get lifetime warranty.
I'm David Butler, owner and president of Butler Voss Insurance. The staff at Butler Voss Insurance Agency would like to say thank you, Tallahassee, for allowing us to serve your insurance needs for over 50 years.
Butler Voss Insurance is a local, family-owned and operated business. They have a dedicated, friendly staff with extensive knowledge of auto, home, business, and life insurance products. Butler Voss Insurance believes the customer always comes first. Call 850-222-2340, 222-2340, online at butler-voss.com.
Hey Tallahassee, it's time to get on board the Gus Bus. The Jaguars have teamed up with WVFT Freedom 93.3 FM and Po' Boys Creole Cafe to offer you a new way to get to Jaguars games at a great low price. Catch round-trip transportation to Everbank Field on the Gus Bus, plus a Jaguars game ticket from just $50 per person per game. The Gus Bus leaves at 8:30 a.m. prior to each Jaguars home game from Po' Boys Killarn, 1425 Village Square Boulevard. Stop by Po' Boys Killarn for more information or call 904-633-5276 and book your seat on the Gus Bus today.
KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Welcome back to the KrisAnne Hall Show here. Trying my best to keep you informed in a constitutionally insane world. I just need for you to understand how big this is, what happened yesterday. And you need to go to C-SPAN and you need to watch this video. It is 3 hours. But you've got to hear this testimony. This is so, so rich. Now, there were Dems present that day. And I have to tell you that we have a new presidential power that was developed that day. It's called the Take Care Clause. Now, it is a clause in the Constitution. However, our administration, our presidential administration, is now actually creating a new presidential power, interpreting a new presidential power out of this. This comes from Article 2, Section 3. Article 2, Section 3, the very last clause in Article 2, Section 3. It's called the Take Care Clause, and it is just completely stunning. You're not going to believe me when I tell you what they say this means. Are you ready? This clause Article 2, Section 3, Clause 5 says, he, the president, shall take care that laws be faithfully executed. He shall take care that laws be faithfully executed. Now, what that really means is that as the executive branch, he is in charge of making sure that the laws passed by Congress are executed according to the intent of Congress. Laws that are passed by Congress are executed by the executive branch. That's what that means. But throughout this hearing, you will hear the Dems as when they actually show up. Because after a while, they just leave. Turn this into a new presidential power. Sheila Jackson Lee, and I don't, why do they send her forward to do anything? I don't know. Maybe they can't restrain her. Sheila Jackson Lee calls this hearing on the determination of presidential powers and the role of the Congress in presidential powers, the checks and balances. She uses the term constitutional gobbledygook, or goobly-gop. I don't know. Constitutional gobbledygook. That's the extent of Sheila Jackson Lee's intellectual pool. Constitutional gobbledygook. And then expands on what this administration thinks Article 2, Section 3, Clause 5 means. She says, he shall take care. The take care clause means it's the president's job to provide for those who cannot provide for themselves. It's the take care power. That's how this administration is interpreting this. Now, this is not just Sheila Jackson Lee. You will hear other Democrats repeat this, so you watch out. This is going to be the new executive reasoning for creating law when Congress will not create law. We're regulating instead of legislating. We're writing law when Congress will not. Because according to this administration, Article 2, Section 3, Clause 5 gives the president the power to take care of us. Now that's just plain illiteracy. I mean, but this is how this administration works. How can they get away with that? Because you don't have anybody who actually knows the Constitution. What I find amazing about this hearing is many things that are amazing about this hearing. And after the bottom of the hour break, we're going to get into some very stunning clips. But what is telling is what these congressmen do not address. This new expansion of the presidential power called the take care power is never addressed by the Republicans in this committee. Never addressed. They never dispute this. You watch out. The president has now been granted a new power to take care of us.
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
Join us and support the blanket and coat drive this holiday season. Help those less fortunate stay warm this winter. Bring new or gently used blankets and coats to any Stewardship Dry Cleaners location all November and December. They will clean used ones and then donate all items to Echo. Thank you for your support and happy holidays.
This just in, coverage from Farm Bureau takes the risk out. For your home, car, farm, or business, call 671-3276. That's 671-FARM. Farm Bureau. Here today, here tomorrow.
3 more House hearings today on the Affordable Care Act. House Republicans say there are other problems with the law besides the website that aren't being discussed by the White House. William Rockefeller, the engineer of the commuter train that derailed Sunday, tells investigators he was in a daze just before the accident happened.
Sources say his final interview left some investigators in tears over Rockefeller's profound grief for the families of the victims. A union rep says Rockefeller admits falling into a semi-conscious state at the controls of the train.
You sometimes have a momentary nod or whatever that might be. How long it lasts, I can't answer that. Only Billy can. And that he caught himself, but he caught himself too late.
ABC's Anthony Johnson there. 911 tapes from the Newtown Sandy Hook killings will be released today, despite some parents' protests. And officials in Mexico have informed the IAEA that a truck carrying potentially dangerous radioactive medical waste has been stolen. They are investigating. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
ABC Network News on Freedom 93 FM is brought to you by Kraft Nissan.
This is Adam Goodson, the new general manager at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, downtown Tallahassee. If you're a regular at Harry's, you know about our great selection of seafood, chicken, beef, and pork dishes, along with our signature burgers, sandwiches, and salads. Harry's uses the best contemporary Cajun and Creole flavors on dishes like shrimp and scallop Orleans, grilled chicken Baton Rouge, Bourbon Street salmon, and French quarter beef tenderloin. Our happy hour specials go from 2 to 7 every day except Tuesday, but happy hour goes all day. Plus half-price wine on Mondays and half-price martinis on Wednesdays. Best of all, during Harry's holiday gift card promotion, get a free $30 gift card for every $100 gift card purchased. Check out our special holiday menu: salmon Rockefeller, a beetroot beer glazed prime pork chop, and our holiday trio: filet, lobster, and shrimp scampi. Don't forget the winterberry cobbler and pumpkin martinis. I'm Adam Goodson, looking forward to meeting you this holiday season. Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, Inland Plaza, downtown Tallahassee.
Fun, Food, and Entertainment is Tallahassee's most entertaining monthly ragazine that features jokes, comedy, funny photos, and discounts to Tallahassee's oldest and most famous eateries. Check out youcanwin.com. That's spelled out, not abbreviated. Have you ever wondered why abbreviation is such a long word? And I wonder what its abbreviation is. Anyway, for locations where you can find this great piece of journalism, just go to the website, youcanwin.com. You don't have to register. The site will let you browse and download menus, exclusive discounts, and even has some hidden features you can get to from the keyword box on the front page. Just type in the word fun stuff or not printable. Fun, Food, and Entertainment, and youcanwin.com. Tallahassee's biggest double dose of free stuff, fun, and entertainment.
Auto and homeowners insurance that's right on target. That's what you get when you call Farm Bureau Insurance, 671-3276. That's 671-FARM. Here today, here tomorrow. With Farm Bureau, you can't miss.
The holidays are nearly here, and if style-leading technology, fuel efficiency, and refined luxury is on the top of your list, then look no further than Tallahassee Lincoln. From the moment you walk into our showroom, you'll know our commitment to customer service is second to none, which is why customers like Yvette choose Tallahassee Lincoln as their premier dealership.
I'm in sales, and I know what good customer service is, and I know that these guys provide it every day. They made us promises about the vehicle. They kept the promises. They delivered everything on time, and they've done a great job with customer service since we received the vehicle.
During the Lincoln Wishlist Sales Event, get an exceptional offer on the 2014 Lincoln MKZ, starting at just $38,991. If you're looking for luxury, there's only one place to be: Tallahassee Lincoln. Visit TallahasseeLincoln.com for our full inventory. Stock number 805177, VIN number 3LN6L2 G92 ER 805177, MSRP 41439. Zero security deposit plus tax tag and title with approved credit. Offer ends 12/31/2013.
Direct Auto presents J.J. Hightail, ex-race car driver, and his agent Susan.
Susan, talk to me about all the sweet, sweet discounts Direct Auto Insurance offers.
There's welcome back discount, multi-product discount, homeowner discount, switchover discount.
Speaking of discounts, I have a coupon for Ralph's Burger Lounge tonight.
Did you just ask me out?
Definitely not, unless your answer's yes.
Call Direct Auto at 877-GO-DIRECT or visit us at directgeneral.com. We'll do right by you. Discounts vary and not available in all states. Direct General Group, Nashville, Tennessee.
The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
KrisAnne Hall here, Liberty First microphone, bringing you the truth about a very stunning hearing, a very informative hearing that took place yesterday in the House Judicial Committee. A hearing that was supposed to be about presidential powers, but really what it was a big, fat spotlight shining on the fact that Congress has no idea what they're doing, has no idea what their job description is, has no idea what their power and their responsibility is in controlling the executive branch, and shining a spotlight on the irony that Congress, who will not follow the Constitution themselves, is trying to figure out how to deal with a president who won't follow the Constitution. There are so many. It's a 3-hour hearing. It is so rich with telling information. It gives you information about the Democrats, about the Republicans, about the Constitution and their ignorance of it. An indication of how our president and this administration is going to further expand their powers through this misinterpretation of Article 2, Section 3 of the Constitution. He shall take care that the law shall be faithfully executed. Multiple references to this clause as the president's power and authority to take care of us. So I want to show. I want to start. We're going to start with clip 1, Jonathan. Clip 1, let me set the stage for you. Clip 1 is Michael Cannon from the Cato Institute. Steve King, Representative Steve King from Iowa, is asking Michael Cannon this question. Now, if you are interested in Article 5, if you have read Mark Levin's book on the Liberty Amendments, perk up your ears, because this short clip is very, very interesting to you. Go ahead and play clip 1, Jonathan.
Is this to me or
I'm asking Mr. Cannon, please.
I think it was to me. And you're asking if there's no judicial remedy and there's no electoral remedy, what do the people do? To what particular sort of abuses are you?
Any one of the list of the enumerated powers, for example, ending with the declaration of war, because that's the starkest of all.
There is a procedure in the Constitution that it allows the people to amend the Constitution without going through Congress. That is another method.
Now he's talking about Article 5 conventions.
Let me suggest then, if that should happen, why would an executive with such disrespect for the Constitution today honor an amended Constitution from a constitutional convention?
That is an excellent question.
Bam! There you go. There you go. Okay? Blood out. Constitutional conventions are constitutionally based. But you see, you got a problem. Because you can't get any more clear than shall not be infringed. And if you have an executive branch, if you have a Congress, see, he says, well, if we have a president who's not going to follow the Constitution, what is an amendment going to do? Well, you know what? I say that to Congress as well, because shall not be infringed is about as clear as it can get. Shall not be infringed, and yet they do it all the time with our Second Amendment. They do it all the time with our Fourth Amendment. Hey, that word shall not be infringed, those words shall not be infringed are not just reserved for the Second Amendment. Pick up your Bill of Rights. Pick up your Bill of Rights. It's in almost every single one of them. Shall not be infringed. Now, this clip number 2, based on this same question, what do? Comes from Mr. Turley, George Washington University. So I want you to hear, Jonathan, go ahead, play clip number 2 from Jonathan Turley from the George Washington University.
I think I'd like to turn to Mr. Turley and ask him if he's had a chance to reflect upon that earlier statement of the situation that we are in and where this goes. We need to look into this future, and I'd ask that unanimous consent for that additional minute to ask each of the witnesses to tell us what's America look like in the next 25 years if we have executive upon executive that builds upon this continual stretching or disregard of the constitutional restraints and the disrespect for Article 1. I start with Mr. Turley.
You may answer the question as quickly as you can.
Okay. I really have great trepidation of where we are heading, because we are creating a new system here, something that is not what was designed. We have this rising fourth branch in a system that's tripartite. The center of gravity is shifting, and that makes it unstable. And within that system, you have the rise of an Uber presidency. There could be no greater danger for individual liberty. And I really think that the framers would be horrified by that shift, because everything they dedicated themselves to was creating this orbital balance, and we've lost it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Turley from George Washington University, repeating what I have been teaching for the last 3 years. Not because it's my lessons, not because it's my revelation, because this is the lesson that the framers taught us. What Mr. Turley does not understand, because he has not been educated on the proper history, when he says if we have executive upon executive operating outside its constitutional limitations, this is what we'll get. Hey, Mr. Turley, we have had executive upon executive operating outside the Constitution since Lincoln. Since Lincoln shoved the dagger into the heart of our Constitution, stealing, robbing power from the states, and placing it into the hands of the federal government, specifically in the hands of the executive, we have had executive upon executive working outside its constitutional limitations. America, we are further down this rabbit hole than anyone in Congress, any one of these cult of experts will even admit. And if you, the people, are not properly educated, then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? This is my ministry. This is why I am sitting in a hotel room now at 5:42 in the morning, every morning of my life, giving a radio show. This is why I am away from my family 3 weeks out of every month. This is why my son is brought all over the country so he can learn about this place. This is why my husband sacrifices a life with his wife and the mother of his child. Because we are so far down this rabbit hole. We, the people, must be educated. Must be educated. Now, Jonathan, I want you to play clip number 3. This is from Mr. Rosencrantz. Mr. Rosencrantz is from the Georgetown University School of Law. And what he's going to tell you, all of these clips are so illuminating. I'm going to tell you what, this is just a tip of the iceberg of the things that we saw in this hearing yesterday. Go ahead and play clip number 3.
As I've said before, I think the ultimate check is elections, but I don't think you should be hesitant to speak the word in this room. A check on executive lawlessness is impeachment, and if you find that the president is willfully and repeatedly violating the Constitution, if on your hypothetical he were to declare war, I would think that would be a clear case for impeachment.
If he were to declare war, a clear cause for impeachment. Now, let me tell you something what he said. He said, beginning, as I said before, the ultimate check is on elections. Now, what you didn't hear in this clip, and I don't have this clip for you, but I did take notes. He says that the ultimate check is elections because we are a democracy. See, this Rosencrantz from Georgetown University believes that we are a democracy, and therefore our ultimate check is elections. Mr. Turley, whom we heard from already, from George Washington University, will come back and say, elections? Are you kidding me? Elections are not the check and balance that our framers put in place for this. He said when there's this type of political deadlock, it should be dealt with in Congress, not through elections. We are a republic, not a democracy. I'm so thankful that we actually had Mr. Turley there, even though he still places an unprecedented amount of hope and reliance upon the courts. He understands we are not a democracy. But listen to this. If the president, even this guy who does not understand what kind of government we have, from Georgetown University School of Law, does not understand that much really about our Constitution, even he says if the president were to declare war, that would be a clear sign that we should be impeaching the president. I don't know what has to happen. Libya, Syria. What has to happen to have a declaration of war? These things have already happened. I don't know what Congress is waiting for. But they heard from these people today, at least two of them. Now, Rosencrantz will not admit that the president is impeachable now. He's talking about sometime in the future. But Turley says it. This is out of control. This has got to be stopped. We've got to get a handle on this. Now, we're not done with the revelations that we have heard in this hearing. I still have 3 more clips for you. 3 more clips that shows you the current state of our Congress. How constitutionally ignorant they are. How out of control this president is. And just how unlawful your House of Representatives actually is. Hey, how can the Congress complain about a president not following the Constitution when they themselves refuse? Come back after the break. You cannot miss this.
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
On-call computer solutions. Call 224-1008. IT support 158.
Get a professionally built custom website for your business for free.
Call 224-1008. IT support 158.
Hi, I'm Mike Frieder with On-Call Computer Solutions, here to tell you about our famous no money down custom websites. Your new website will be designed by our team of web and marketing experts and comes complete with interactive features, a content management system, and will even be mobile friendly for cell phones and tablets. Plus, we include your domain name and email. It's perfect for startups and small businesses or even established businesses looking to improve their current site. Pay only for hosting and updating. Call now and let us help you start growing your business on the internet today.
On-call computer solutions. We manage technology so you don't have to. Check us out online at TallahasseeBackup.com.
At Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep, it's time for the 2013 Big Finish. We know you've been waiting for this. This is the time of the year for the best deals. Tallahassee DCJ is the Jeep headquarters of America. Now is the time to buy a new Jeep during our 2013 Big Finish, with prices starting at just $16,499. And guess what's back? The all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee. That's right, the Jeep Cherokee is back and better than ever. Trail-rated and ready to deliver all that you expect in a Jeep. If it's a Dodge you want, we've got it. With the new 4-door stylish 2013 Dodge Dart starting at just $17,499. And the 2013 Dodge Charger starting at just $24,999. If it's a Ram you're looking for, don't go anywhere else. With over 60 in stock and with up to $11,000 off MSRP, you're sure to find the one for you. All this going on right now during our 2013 Big Finish, only at Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep, on the corner of West Tennessee and Capitol Circle, where we're right on the corner and always right on the price. Dealer retains all rebates and incentives, prices plus tax tag and $5.99 dealer fee.
Jason Butera here again for The Printery. You've heard me say how The Printery offers color copies every day starting at just 36 cents. But did you know that we also offer same-day turnaround? Free pickup and delivery, letterhead, envelopes, booklets, flyers, postcards, postage with foam core mounting, presentation binders with tabs. The Printery, home of 36-cent color copies every day. From business cards to banners, if it's ink on paper, we've got it covered. Call us today at 877-6418.
You only
only have one chance to make a good first impression, and that's why your locally owned and operated Stewardship Dry Cleaners has so many convenient Tallahassee locations to serve you. Go to stewardshipdrycleaners.com for coupons and locations.
All about the money, money, money.
That's right, it is all about the money. And that's why the Gun Vault sells all new guns at $50 over cost. No haggling. At $50 over cost, you'll be getting the best deal in town. And unlike the box stores, the Gun Vault accepts trade-ins. Need cash money now? The Gun Vault and Pawn pays cash for guns, gold, and jewelry. The Gun Vault and Pawn in the Lake Ella Public Shopping Center, North Monroe, 391-7651.
It's all about the money, money, money. It's all about the money, money, money.
The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
All right, here we go. Home stretch. Are you ready? This is a bombshell of a quote given by the Democrat hack. And I'm going to tell you what. Out of the mouths of the ignorant come the truth. I want you to hear this because this is just stunning. Jonathan, play clip 4.
This is the first time I've heard anyone complain about the possibility that this president is going to unilaterally declare war and be over-aggressive about that. I don't really think that's much of a description of his foreign policy.
Sorry. Can't hold that back.
Congress has lots of power if it chooses to use it. The power of the purse is an enormous power. I think that if I were you, I'd find ways to influence policy in using the Congress's powers, which you're not doing. I mean, for example...
Which you're not doing. Did you hear that? The power of the purse is an enormous power. And you should be, if you're not happy, what he's saying, the power of the purse is an enormous power. And if you're not happy with what this executive branch is doing, you should be using the power of the purse to fix that, which you are not. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I was standing in my chair when I heard him say this. Do you understand? This is what I have been teaching. This is what I've been posting. This is the cure to Obamacare. And the executive branch, the Democratic hack, admits it. Congress could end this now. They could end all of this now. They could end the FDA. They could end the EPA. They could end all of this stuff. You would no longer need Trey Gowdy thumping his chest over the executive branch out of control. Because you see, it's all dog and pony show. It is all show. They have the power. They have the power. And even the Democrat hack says you have it, but you don't use it. Oh, my goodness. But you know what I guarantee you? This flew right over their heads. They didn't even get it. They never even picked up on that. It's absolutely stunning. So listen to what Michael Cannon says next. This is clip number 5. He's responding to Lazarus' comment about the president not actually, declaring war. So go ahead, Jonathan, play this clip really quick.
Maybe Mr. Lazarus knows better than I do how many bombs the president has to drop without congressional authorization before that becomes war. I don't know the actual number. But I think what Mr. King was getting at is, there is one last thing to which the people can resort if the government does not respect the restraints that the Constitution places on the government. Abraham Lincoln talked about our right to alter our government or a revolutionary right to overthrow it. And that is certainly something that no one wants to contemplate. But as I mentioned in my written and my delivered testimony, if the people come to believe that the government is no longer constrained by the laws, then they will conclude that neither are they.
Hallelujah. I want to let Mr. Cannon know that Lincoln didn't say that. Jefferson said that in the Declaration of Independence. That when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Yeah, see, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to understand. I'm not calling for revolution. I am calling for an awakening. Your government is out of control. Out of control. And I don't have time to do this for you today. I will be posting this on my Facebook page. You have Representative Gutierrez from Illinois in this congressional hearing admitting that he has illegal immigrants working in his office. He admits that. He admits that he has illegal immigrants working in his office. You have a Congress who believes themselves to be above the law, who do not have to follow Obamacare. Above the law. Who do not have to submit to the same gun control laws that you and I are expected to submit ourselves to. You can't tell me that the House of Representatives does not know that Gutierrez has illegal immigrants working in his office, and you cannot tell me Gutierrez is the only one. This is a finger in the eye of the Constitution, and they're doing it on purpose. Hello, America. Do you know why we went to war in 1776? It wasn't taxes. It was the government mandating purchases and then creating laws which they were not bound by. They said when the government creates laws that they are not subject to, they do not represent you. You have a Congress who has declared themselves above the law, who do not follow the Constitution, who do not limit themselves or the executive branch, who submit themselves to a completely out of control judicial branch. And they want us to honor their authority. I am sorry. We are down this rabbit hole now. You better start climbing out, because we are coming to that inevitable conclusion. And I don't want that for my child. Do you?